Hey, welcome back to Super Meat Boy. In this episode, we're going to continue on through the Dark World of Hell, starting with 4-9. No idea what to expect. Okay, this is going to be interesting. What am I seeing here? I am not entirely sure. That's a wall there. Okay, so I need to bounce off of this wall. I need to bounce off of that wall and then somehow avoid the saws, which is going to be easier said than done. But you know what? We're going to be able to do it, I think. So let's go ahead and try to do this at super speeds, and all will be well. All will be well. So let's go ahead and do something like that. There we go. That was relatively simple. That one was relatively simple. I don't see any bandages or anything, so we can continue on. What am I seeing here? What am I seeing here? How am I supposed to do this? How am I supposed to do this? Like that, I guess. So I'm gonna have to try to go into this with a backwards momentum, which is gonna be kind of awkward. I'm not entirely sure how I want to go about this. Not entirely sure how I want to go about this. Yeah, I really don't know how I want to go about this. I suppose I can try to slide into the wall, but at the same time, like that, I guess. Suppose that might work. Suppose that might get the job done in some capacity. The problem is I'm going to have to go faster than that. I'm going to have to go faster than that. So let's go ahead and go faster than that. And go faster than that. It's pretty great. Let's see what we can do here. Up. Said up. I want you to slide into the wall. There we go. That's what I want you to do. I want you to slide into the wall and then go down. That's what I want you to do. So it's relatively simple. It just takes a little bit of timing, which is really all there is to it in these video games. It just takes some timing, which is again relatively simple. Oh, there's a bandage in this level, so I can take my time on this, which is exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and take my time. But the problem is even taking my time is leading to my demise, which is not necessarily what I like to see, but that's okay. Okay, so be cautious. You don't have to go fast. This is a bandage run, so be careful. The problem is that these Potobos are leading to problems for me. How am I supposed to get that bandage? Am I supposed to use Ogmo to get this bandage? I suppose so, because I don't see any other way of getting that, so I suppose I'm going to have to use Ogmo. There we go. Alright, so then we can use a, hopefully I can actually wall jump. There we go, that's what I want to do. Alright, fantastic. So that bandage was relatively easy to get. I died a few times, but at the same time it really wasn't all that bad. So let's go ahead and go back to Meat Boy. I can't help but feel like 4-bit and 8-bit Meat Boy, they seem to control a little better than regular Meat Boy. I can't help but feel like they kind of do. I might be wrong, but I get the sense that they kind of do. I seem to play a lot better when I'm playing with 8-bit or 4-bit Meat Boy than I do with the regular Meat Boy. Not entirely sure why, but I certainly do. There we go. There we go, there we go, there we go. Man, again, that's another one of those levels that's like hard on paper, but it actually really isn't all that hard to actually do. That final hop is kind of hard, trying to time that single hop. All right, what am I seeing here? I'm not sure what I'm seeing here. Let's see here. I am not entirely sure what I'm seeing here. I am not entirely sure what I'm seeing here. Let's see here. There we go. Alright, well done, Ogmo. That's exactly how you were supposed to do it. I couldn't figure out any other way to do that with, like, Meat Boy or something. Ogmo just seemed like the best class to take care of that, so I suppose that worked out pretty well. All right, what are we seeing here? Let's go ahead and go back to the map so we can actually get back our good friend 8-Bit Meat Boy, which is what we're gonna do. Is there a bandage in this level? I don't see any bandages in this level, so I think we're pretty good. So let's go ahead and do this. Jump the... Ooh, this is gonna be interesting. How do I want to go about this? Let's see. Ooh, there's lava there. There's lava there. How am I? Okay, do I have to make him do that? Okay, I see what I have to do. All right, I have to make him stop shooting me with the laser by going up here, and then I can do this. Okay, that makes sense. Then I can do that. All right, I see how the video game works. It's a little bit awkward, but it is entirely doable. It's gonna be super strange, but not something we can't handle. That lava there is gonna be a pain in the neck. There we go. Man, it's really, again, that level really isn't all that hard. I died a huge amount of times in that level, but again, that's another one of those levels that like looks really hard, and at first it's kind of hard to figure out what you have to do, but it's really not all that difficult. I mean, that seems to be the reality with a lot of the levels in this game. They look pretty hard, but then you actually do them, and you're like, you know, this actually, it seems actually very reasonable. All right, let's go ahead and do one more level. How are we gonna go about doing this? Let's see, how are we gonna go about doing this? Not entirely sure how we're gonna go about doing this. Ooh, okay, I see. So I'm gonna have to leave some blocks. That's really all there is to it. I'm gonna have to leave some blocks. So let's go ahead and try to leave some blocks so we can actually have some blocks for the keys to land on. The problem is I'm going to have to time my jumps in such a way that I actually land on those keys quickly rather than have to slow down too much, which is not what we want to have happen. So let's do such things as that and hopefully not miss the key. That would be super nice, Mr. Laser Guy. Can I not do such things as that? That would be great. Can I actually get this key? That'd be nice. All right, here we go. Something like that. And then something like that. There we go. There we go. See, that's actually really easy. That one was actually really, really easy. All right, so there's that. But all right, guys, so that is where I'm going to go ahead and call today's episode. So thank you for watching today's video. I really, really hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you did enjoy it. I will see you guys next time when we again continue on through the dark world of hell. And as you guys can tell, these videos are including less and less episodes as time goes on because we are dying more and more. So I hope you guys get used to that. But as always, guys, I really do appreciate you watching. It truly, truly does mean the world. I will see you guys in the next one.